Hello one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce. My friends call me Fluff, and today on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we talk about the Fender Strat. "2024 marks the 70th birthday for the release of the Fender Stratocaster. This is a monumental occasion, and the Fender Strat, as we know it, has been in continuous production since it came out in 1954. And I thought we would talk about it a little bit. We would also talk, or I would touch on, how the Strat really impacted my life. Now, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the lovely folks over at Sweetwater. They are helping me celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Fender Stratocaster. And if you yourself are interested in anything Stratocaster related, I will link down below in the description. Go shopping, treat yourself. All thoughts and opinions are mine. So when you think of things that are 70 years old, I kind of naturally think of, like, you know, I guess my grandparents' old cars, and of course, the Fender Strat. Now, when the Fender Strat was introduced in 1954, it was in continuous design from 1952 to 1954. Leo Fender really wanted to get the guitar right. Now, up until that point, they had the Telecaster, originally known as the Broadcaster, and the Esquire, but he really wanted something fresh, new. He wanted to take what had been built upon by the Telecaster, he wanted to take it up a notch with the Stratocaster. And he used to just go to local country bars and get players' opinions and let them play a guitar. He would just take the guitar around, ask them to play it, and he would just get input on it. Now, if you were to compare a 1954 Strat to any modern Strat, whether it's the Tom DeLonge Strat behind me or my first guitar, a 1994 Fender Made in Mexico Strat, you would basically see the same guitar, save for maybe some modern amenities like locking tuners. The bassist is basically unchanged, and I think that's incredible. Now, for me, my father was a huge Jimi Hendrix fan and a massive Stevie Ray Vaughan fan. And the first guitar that I remember actually consciously seeing and going, hey, that's pretty cool, was a guitar played by Jimi Hendrix, because in addition to it being a great looking guitar, it's a very striking visual to see someone playing it upside down. And I remember really early on asking my dad how he played the guitar upside down, to which my dad would explain that it was strung correctly for a left-handed, but that the guitar was turned upside down because he simply couldn't find a left-handed guitar, and he just got used to it. And I thought, wow, what a crazy thing to do. Now, fast forward to the summer of what would have been 1994, when I myself started playing guitar. I was playing guitar, you know, predominantly learning basic chord structure as one does. I didn't really know what I liked or what I was interested in with my grandmother's acoustic guitar. Now, this guitar was picked out by me at Don's Green River Music in November of 1995. Now, for my 15th birthday, I got to go pick out a guitar, and the players that resonated with me were Kurt Cobain, Billy Corgan, Billy Joe Armstrong. Green Day were a brand new band at the time, at least for me, in 1995. Dookie had just started climbing the charts, and my friend had the Kerplunk album before that, and I was familiar with that album. But you'd see guys like Mike McCready and John Frusciante also playing old beat-up Strats. But for me, it was Brett Gurewitz from Bad Religion, Billy Corgan, and Kurt Cobain. And they all played Strats. That's what I wanted. I wanted a Strat. Now, as you can see on my very beat-up, very gigged 1994 Fender Strat, this has the Billy Corgan approved lace sensor pickups, which were coming in some Fender Strat models stock in the 90s. This is a very 90s configuration, but that's what I wanted. I was in love with the Smashing Pumpkins guitar tones and how they were just really left of center from what else was out there, even on the radio at that time. However, yeah, the sticker influence is absolutely Brett Guritz, Mr. Brett from Bad Religion, as I would see photos of his red Strat and just stickers everywhere. And I just thought that was so cool and punk rock and expressive. And this guitar let me express myself at 15 years old. Now later on in the 90s, you had guys like Tom DeLonge and Blink-182 flying the Stratocaster flag, and his iconic signature Strat is an absolute beast. And this is taking the idea of the Stratocaster with 3 single coils and boiling it down to its simplest form with a single super hot high output Seymour Duncan Invader pickup in the bridge and a single volume, and that was it. Now previously at the time, we had seen this configuration a little bit, and most notably with, I would say, Jerry Cantrell. However, this with the pickguard was a striking visual when you would see, music videos from Blink-182, and it was just the coolest thing that we had seen as far as Strats go ever. So how about you guys? Do you have a guitar that really was a launching point for you and your personal playing? Whether that is a Strat or not, I would love to hear some of your guys' stories about the guitar that really kind of kick-started it all for you. Because for me, it was the Strat. And you know what? Happy birthday, Fender Strat. 70s never looked better. Fluff out.